What's up, YouTube? Got the engine cold air intake in today for La Rabbit, as you can see. So first you got to listen to what it sounds like stock, and then we're going to install the Rabbit. Do a quick couple of slides or whatever, show you what it sounds like afterwards. You can give it a listen. Alright, so that is what it sounds like stock. That's what the stock intake sounds like. So next, we're going to put this big, hollow, beefy boy on there. I have small heads, but still, that's a pretty big filter. So, step one, you can already see, make sure you have all the pieces. Kind of test fit it, dry fit it off of the vehicle. And then what I'm gonna do is remove what I've got to remove to get to where I need to get, and just make sure it fits in there, because I've never used this brand before. Did a little research. Some people say it's great. I got the Jetta front bumper on there, so the should get more air really, but in all reality, I hope that it fits on the same mounting spots as the Rabbit's boat. First part of every job, locate a 10mm wrench, as hard as it may be, and disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. That way we don't send off any signals, sensors, set off any sensors or DTCs or anything like that. So we'll give it about 30 seconds and it should be discharged. Next, we want to pop this guy off and this guy off of here. Then we're going to loosen this, remove this. Next, remove this, pops out on the side there, and it's telling us to take these off. However, we can just remove it like that. I'm not sure why it's telling us to take those out, but maybe we'll have to put it back on and take those off and put this part back on later. I don't know. We'll find out. It doesn't look like that, but oh well. Ta-da! Next, we're gonna pop this guy off. Well, vacuum hoses first, vacuum lines first, and then this guy. Also, I'd like to point out, all of my tools are at work. So this can all be done with a rinky-dink set of thrown together tools that you found. Pliers, screwdrivers, a 10mm socket, stuff like that. Very common, very, very common tools. So don't be discouraged. So we disconnect these, loosen the tensioner there, pull it off. We're done with that part. So the next step is we're gonna dry fit our tube just to make sure everything runs and routes the way it should. Alrighty, so here we go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna rattle on anything, but we'll see, because it has a little bushing mount that apparently goes through this hole. Other than the rattling worry, I think we're okay, and it looks good. So, alrighty, Catch you later. Ooh, before we install that, we need to take our mass airflow sensor and our intake temperature sensor out of our old airflow setup. Intake setup. Stock intake box thing with filter. It's just kind of a dumb design, but oh well. And that's why they tell us to take this guy off at the screws here, because to get the temperature sensor out, you need to be able to reach in there, and there are things in the way. So you just gotta press on that evenly and it'll pop right out. I believe. So as you can see, we've got our mass airflow in, we've got our temperature sensor in, and I even added a little hose clamp there, you know, so it'll definitely be secure. And you know, we're just gonna plug that boop right in there. This goes into the 2 vacuum lines, boop and boop. Bushing, which is not longer on one side. I thought it was for a second. And I believe it goes, if you guys can see, there is a hole right there. So it'll go in this hole here, and we'll put a washer and a nut on the other side. And then on this side, a washer and a nut onto the mounting bracket that connects to our intake. We are almost done. Off. And before we heat it up, you want to make sure, you get all the fingerprints off of it so it stays nice and shiny. Otherwise, it'll show heated fingerprint. The oils from your skin will actually show visible fingerprint patterns on your metal, and that is bad. It does not look good. So, that is what we're doing now. Sounds like so yeah, this is our cold air intake. Got it all installed. So here's what the engine looks like after the install. So, that's that. Not everything went to plan, but we got her done. Got her in there. But yeah, it went all right. My vacuum clip broke, but it's okay. It's on there. We have to deal with what we have to deal with at this point, right? So hopefully that didn't cause any more issues.